What's up, y'all? This is the Antonionachio speaking. Welcome back to Terraria. Last time we actually took care of Terra, saw new changes that happen within the jungle and even the dungeon itself. Although we have plenty of other materials, we got a Godly's Paladin's Hammer. I've actually gotten a few new things around here, and also there's a new update that actually came out. This one's 1.2.2, 1.23. Oh wait, 1.2. Let me try this again. 1.3.3, 1.3.2, and 1.3.4, which adds like new healing effects for other areas. They've also added the Old One's Army, which is basically an event from Dungeon Defenders 2, which is a free game to play. You should go ahead and try it out. And the one thing that I kind of fear the most, because the enemy that I hated the most comes up from the surface, the Desert Storm. So all I'm gonna do is laugh my way through it. Ignore it, because because we have to get to this one place. It's going to be in a temple. Also, the pumpkin event is over, but there's still like a bunch of pumpkins here, so it's not going to spawn anymore. I don't know if this happens during the rain or it happens randomly. But the sandstorms are now in. I'm going to freaking panic. Okay, so apparently I thought the pumpkin event is over. And apparently there's still some hopping jacks I encountered along the way, so there's still some pumpkins around. You can still do pumpkin events apparently, but it should be happening until it's happening until like 6, and I can understand why it was happening till 6, but other than I'm obviously confuzzled. I am confuzzled as fuck. Oh, like we have one special guest today, and that is a freaking Snatcher. Say hello to the freaking Snatcher. Alright. So the reason why I decided to go back to the jungle is because there is one thing that I kind of forgot to do. So remember the keys that I got for Terra? Well, the keys actually used to get into a specific temple, which would unlock a actual area that we're supposed to be going next in this entire game. So I was trying to explore more of the jungle and try to find Terra to get some of the specific stuff and show you guys what I've had. Well, other than this grenade launcher that I've received, and I recently picked up a couple of turtle armor, which is like much more better armor, although you're more likely a target to enemies. It's kind of helpful in multiplayer where you're trying to make sure they don't kill like the healer or something. Also, I've kind of been working on my health as well, which is now up to like 500. It's pretty sweet though. The place I'm looking for is called the Lihzahrd Temple. It's a temple in the underground jungle that you can access by having just the temple key after defeating Terra. I'm still looking for the temple because that's probably the next thing I need to do. And it's not very easy because it's really well hidden, plus I haven't explored the underground jungle as much as I did. Heck, what I played it a few years back. It's not very, I don't know, a few playthroughs I had from like 1.1 to 1.2, then now this. And now 1.3, which now has like more, now with a lot more things in the game, like sandstorms and Old One's Army, so that's pretty cool. So I think it's a really nice addition to it because like Dungeon Defenders 2 is also like a free-to-play game, so you can probably go check it out for free. And also, for fun facts, they are creating an actual new game. I'm pretty sure some of you might know, some of you might not. They're gonna make Dungeon Defenders Awakened, and it's basically their latest game that they actually created. It recently announced it was going to be released for the Switch. I'm kind of excited for that, but I might as well get it for like. But I might as well like get it for the PS. I was welcome to get the PS4 because, well, I've actually enjoyed playing it on the PS4 to be honest. But yeah. All right. And for that, I am going to be right back. Once I find this temple, I don't know, once I get back, I'll probably show you guys what the temple will look like. What's this area right here? Wait. So it was right here this entire time? I'm going back there. The long-awaited lizard temple is right under my head. But the problem is, we cannot break the blocks with our drats, so... I mean, obviously, but... The thing is, the only thing we can do... is to go around. Day 553, my armor is broken. And so far I found 2 Plantera bulbs out in the open. Hidden away from everyone else around the world. Hidden from the rest of the world. I'm tackling a bunch of ghosts. I'm tackling more enemies than you could ever imagine. Still looking my way around to look for an entrance to the Lihzahrd temple. The lizard or lizard or whichever it's pronounced. Seems like I found more openings, but no entrance. Seems like I found the unbreakable. The right side can mine over it. Just like that, as he continues, the hunt is over. Because I am now, because for that reason, I'm officially found the entrance. From all this, doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter if you have any of these, I'll be honest. But even then, since we have like 12 keys to open the jungle temple door, let's go. As we venture in to the temple, you can find traps. There are some traps in here. And it's actually kind of very difficult to find too because there are traps. But also, like, the thing is, it's very difficult to progress through this entire temple due to the fact that there is a bunch of traps. And with the traps being inbound, it can actually make things a lot more harder. Plus, there's new enemies like lizards over here. If they're half their health is gone, they'll literally or there are lizards and flying snakes. Lizards can literally aren't really that difficult, but if half their health is gone. However, if half of their health is gone, you can actually they will start to crawl and not be knocked back as much. And also there's like a bunch of jungle bats over here for some odd reason. Very interesting thing. Also you can mine these wooden spikes. They're actually very, if you want to get rid of them. And there's not really much else I can say, but to say like there's not much I can do. Like, not really. The only thing I could say is, tread carefully if you have, you can use grappling hooks and a pair of wings as well, because those are actually pretty much useful if you don't want to avoid, triggering any traps. And as you keep mining the traps, you can actually use these as your own disposal, and like, you can use these for like unique farming tricks. Also, I don't know what these are. What are these? Bases. Okay. So even then, continue to fly even then, just continue to fly upwards with your pair of wings, and always catch yourself if you're slowly falling. Always catch yourself with a grappling hook. Doesn't matter which grappling hook. It could be any grappling hook, whether it's from Plantera, something from like a mimic, you know, anything. So as I continue this entire temple, oh, I'm still getting goodie bags. I don't know why, but I shouldn't get more goodie bags. It makes no sense. Oh well. As you continue, there will be some chests over here, and some more flying snakes, of course. And you can use this. Opening this up will give you a very interesting. Will give you a few interesting things. And there's a few snakes that are actually kind of annoying at this point in the game. I had too many grenade launchers, I'll tell you that. And there is some solar tablet fragments which will help you, which are materials that you use to summon something. But there's also some lihzahrd power cells. It can be used at the altar that we just found as I first got out to the bottom from the outside. So as we continue, we're gonna wham a lot of peoples. We're gonna keep kicking butts as we venture through. Continue to place down torches and even explore and picking up some traps along the way, and even opening some chests, finding some very interesting loot. Also, yeah. What? No. But that's okay. That's alright. Because as long as we keep ourselves busy and alive, we should be okay. And it looks like we have a solar... Oh, okay, here it is. So if you have a solar tablet, you can obviously summon the solar eclipse, which is the thing that actually happens, like, which has a chance of doing so in the day. But the other thing is, you must be careful as you get. Can you die? Okay, well. Okay, so I need that actually. So as you venture down beneath, you'll experience more traps, more enemies, and especially a few difficult things as you're treading through the temple. And eventually, you'll make it to the bottom, which is basically resembling. Let me try to think this through. So as you venture through the lizard temple, or lihzahrd temple, you will see some new enemies, some old, some new, and eventually you will find the altar itself. Oh yeah, by the way, people could throw parties at your house as well, or the party girl can. And it's kind of a neat feature too, so I love the feature. Anyways, back to the game. As you keep venturing through and not waste bullets like I did, you will find more power cells, and those can be used as something. More of these solar fragments. And it doesn't look like I need some. No, I actually. Well, I do those arrows back. So you'll be able to. So for this, you'll be able to find some new things. You also would you'll also find some new fragments to make a solar tablet, which is to spawn the solar eclipse. You can also like use it just for something else, but like. But the best thing you can do is to actually make things a little bit easier as you venture through. There are enemies down there, but having wings and actually going above will actually make things so much easier. Because like if you're on the ground, just be careful, because like you always want to tread carefully if you're in a place like this. Because it will not be easy. It will be a little bit difficult, but also not easy. But also not very easy as you continue to go through. But they will drop solar fragments. I'm not sure if they'll drop power cells as well, but I can double check on that. Or correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm not right about that. But there are some more interesting traps, more of this, and And from here, we are still discovering the place itself. You also want to avoid these witness blocks. Ow. Alright, so you might want to also... So yeah, they're, the traps, I mean, they're basically everywhere. I mean, everywhere you go, there's always like a trap. There's like a trap or two blocking your way. To reach the bottom. And yeah, there's like a few more things. So yeah, there's a lot of things out here in this entire game where you can like go on adventure and and having some very interesting loot as you go through. It's basically very cool as well. And from there, we are about to reach the end of this temple. Let me restock. Restock is probably the best thing you can do in this one. Just don't hit quick stack, otherwise you have to take it out of your inventory manually. I kind of made that mistake as I was because I always quickly stack everything on my base. So you might want to hit restock, which is the opposite of what you want to do if you're stocking things in the base, but always do it when there's like chests like that. But you're gonna... I could have been doing that earlier in the game too, but like it's something it's something I don't usually do from time to time either. There's more traps. Okay, so we found a few more traps. And some very epicness over here. We also got ourselves a few more items. And I have done screwed up. I'll see you when I get back. Party! No! Was that a sandstorm? Get out of there! Unconscious man. Oh, that's new. Who is he? Huh? How did I get here? The last thing I remember was a portal jump opening in front of... Isn't that the tavern guy from Dungeon Defenders 2? That's right, he's the new character of the... He's the new NPC that was added in this update. Gosh, I forgot about him. Well, he now has a home. Alright, Ernest. Ooh, that's a nice background. You now officially, I have guaranteed you a home. And I think it's already auto-assigned to you, so have fun getting home. Watch out for some sandstorms because, there are gonna be some dune splicers. But not like just doom splicers, also like dust elementals and tornadoes. Yeah. I think at this point I should probably say dune splicers are like my least favorite enemies. They're like the most terrifying thing of existence. I'm pretty sure some of you already know that, some of you don't. But I think it's best to say it now than later. Party time's over! No! Okay. Okay, so Ernest is one of the new... Yeah, Ernest is one of the new NPCs, and it's because the reason why he's here, if you ever played on Dungeon Defenders 2, is because of that collaboration itself. And it's... Yeah, as I keep mentioning, the Old One's Army is also in the game as well, so you can do events related to that kind of event. It's pretty cool, too. Pretty cool to see, though, too, because, like, you can craft it, you can make it, you can... It's a pretty sweet, feature they added as a pretty neat collaboration. I like the game, obviously. Alright, so we are back to where we started, so we're gonna continue on down as we progress. And I did not mean to bring the unicorn. Yes, this unicorn is something you get from, well, defeating unicorns in a specific game. In the it's a very rare drop in the hollow, so should be pretty easy to get. Alright, like I said, hovering with wings is your key to survival. And the reason why it's just so huge is, well, it's a large world. I set it as large, so yeah. So as we make it to the very bottom of the lizard temple, we have officially made it all the way to the altar and back to the place that we were when we first spotted it. Ironically, as we continue on, don't know why that in particular is still there, but as we continue, we have a few things. We're just gonna get all the traps around. But it kind of looks like we are good. Like, other than that, we are actually pretty good in this kind of scenario. Although there's a lot of torches just to light it up some room, to bring in some room. I'm obviously, I guess campfires should be enough. Plus, I have like a bunch of this anyway, so like I'm literally going to use a campfire. I'm gonna make a few platforms, and yeah, it may not sound smart, but I'm going to make 3 campfires actually. Doesn't matter if we need 4 because it doesn't really matter. And we also have like frostbark boots, and I think you notice I have flame wings. Yes, I've been to the underworld and got the tax collector, obviously. So, which is the tortured soul. By the way, you need purification powder for it to turn them into the tax collector, which helps you collect tax from all the NPCs, and you basically collect the amount of money he has to offer. So it's basically obtaining money for rent. So we also have a cross necklace. I finally found one of these and I forgot to make it into a starveal. So yeah, I kept forgetting to make a starveal. I might make it eventually just to think things better. And I got the fire gauntlet, which would explain why everything's afflicted with fire every time I use a weapon or drill. It increases knockback, and then also like increases the amount of the melee damage to speed by 10. All by 1 defense, but that's no big deal. I can still work with 68 defense anyway. But from all this, we have the usual Paladin's Hammer, the Uzi, Shadow Flame, and all the kind of cool stuff. We also have the usual potions: Regeneration, Iron Skin, Archery, Night Owl. And I don't know why I still have these. I don't really need them. So we're gonna go ahead, and since we have plenty of those power cells, let's face the next boss. Starting from here, we are now fighting a brand new boss that is now in the official. We're actually fighting one of the probably the easiest boss, but also not very. Could be one of the easiest and not so easiest, and his name is the Golem. The Golem is like the 5th boss in the game. It's the 5th major boss in the game, if you're not including It's actually the 5th It has like the, I don't know. What's unique about this is the first time you hear the 5th version of the boss theme. The 5th boss theme in the game, but it's not really the 5th boss in the game you come across. From here, you'll actually come across one of the more interesting things about it. So one thing, I don't know. So what I can say is, I forgot to use potions, my bad. Okay, so as I was continuing to mention, there are a variety of weapon. I don't know. There are actually a variety of bosses. This is like one of the new bosses added alongside the Terraria in 1.2. Where you get, but it's actually kind of like one of the easiest bosses in the game, or easiest first phases in the game. But it's actually pretty easy if you ask me, because like, well, I mean, the Destroyer obviously is the easiest hard mode boss, but it's obviously the Golem isn't really that difficult. But like, if you're not aiming right like I am, then it probably can be a little bit difficult at times. I would say, like, get rid of the arms, and then get rid of the head. Alright, so we got rid of the head. We just need to get rid of the body. Alright, so all the arms are gone. Now this we almost got it, we almost got it, we almost got it, we almost got it, we did it! Alright. And just like that, it is over. The Golem has been defeated. And from here, we got like plenty of, let me go ahead and grab the loot real quick. So from here, we actually got ourselves some beetle husks, which you can use against, with the, I think the turtle helmet armor to make like a better melee armor set. But we also have one of the items that drops alongside of them, and that is the pig saw. A much better, and obviously it's capable of mining lizard bricks, and basically like I think the altar as well, unless you can mine it. Yeah, and you can also mine the altar as well. And this honestly is a much better pickaxe than the Drax itself, because of the fact that it can actually mine, despite the fact that it's actually much faster, and is obviously a bit more powerful than the Drax itself. And from here, you can actually mine, the altar with it, and you can actually use it just to take it around whenever you like, and make your own boss arena. But here's the interesting thing. Even though it's much faster, it can mine lizard bricks, or lizard bricks, whichever you pronounce it. But even then, that's all it is. So that was the Lizard Temple, and it's which is one of the more interesting parts in the game as well, especially during hard mode. And has like one of the much better, more interesting places to explore in this entire game. But even then, that's all I can show you for today. If you'd like to check this game out, you can and its new updates, just to let you know, there are sandstorms, and especially there are now like sandstorms, the underworld, and especially some new especially the Old One's army, representing which is a collaboration of Dungeon Defenders 2. Thank you all for watching. If you want to see more content from me, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But if you like what you see over here, be sure to hit that like button. But if you want to leave a comment, just be sure to make your own comment below what you like, whether it's from feedback or anything else. But other than that, guys, this is Antonionachio saying that I'll see you next time. Have a nice day.